literally was just sitting here and I was like, ooh, what's this like thing that's poking me in the ass? And it's just a pile of ants. I've just been sitting in a pile of ants. Disgusting. So we're just gonna be moving because the girl can't even blog or vlog. Anyway, here's our backyard. Cars that don't work. A house, a Winnebago. That plant is beautiful but full of spiders. Yes. I actually just don't know where to sit. Everything is full of spiders. Like, I walk around and I feel like the spiders build the paths behind me. So like, oh, she walked through, we're gonna trap her. Literally, I've walked to the backyard and I've gone back and every single way around the house is like there's a spider web that was built in the last 10 minutes. I think they're communicating with one another. See? Here's a spider right here. So I can't even walk to the front door. Can you see this? I don't know if you can see that. I don't know if you could actually see that. But I'm not really into it. We're gonna vlog! Hey guys, it's Rebekka. Finally we found our place. Obviously you were possibly along with that adventure if I edited it in. So I actually already kind of vlogged. Like, I did the whole intro, which just ran before, and then I had this sort of like weird rant about the 4th of July that I did, but I went to edit it and I got so fed up with how I was talking. Like, I got so sick of it because every other thing that I said, and I'm trying to be very specific in how I speak because part of the issue was like I was speaking with a lot of likes, which you probably noticed in the first few videos, and I already sort of commented on it, that it's something that I do not like when I go back and listen to myself, and it's something I've noticed. But there were so many times where I was just like, and so I like did this, and I like did that, and I like did this, and I was so, I guess, sorry, I'm in my mom's car, so it's like, I was just so conflicted because I don't know. It's a little dark in here. Will this light make a difference? It kind of did. Oh, no, it didn't. It is getting dark in general. So I'll try and keep it fast. Anyway, so I was editing the video and I got so sick of just hearing me say like over and over again. And so I'm trying to, I don't know, clear up how I speak, and that sort of is a goal of mine. So if I'm, again, being deliberate, that is why. But I'm really conflicted because I feel like lately in the media, and it's sort of something that's come up recently, is a lot of critique on how women speak, the fact that, you know, like saying like a lot, vocal fry, things like that I am totally prone to, is something that women are being targeted for, and I guess being discriminated against. Like, it's something where people associate those kinds of speech patterns with lower intelligence. And so on the one hand, it's like, no, I don't want to like rip down or look down on how women speak, especially if I do it. But on the other hand, I also know, at least in myself, I can't really speak for anyone else, but I feel like these sorts of speech patterns are maybe sort of a remnant of how women are socialized to communicate. I feel like we, and like that women in general, are socialized to speak in a way that minimizes the gravity of what we're saying. So we're not really told or taught how to speak directly. We're not taught to speak with a confidence and make statements. Instead, we have to sort of like cushion everything with like, it's like this, or, you know, apologizing. I think apologizing is a big part of that as well, where you apologize for like basically everything, and it's just something you place in there. And I think like is also like that. Like is like that. You know, you're not saying this is terrible. You're saying this is kind of like terrible. You know, it's something where you don't want to cause offense. And so in myself, and that's maybe a personal thing, is I want to lean away from that and become a little more, I don't want to be like more powerful in how I speak, but maybe more decisive and aware. So I decided to just like make a whole new vlog. I don't know, can I make this? This is kind of better lighting. Alright, so this is kind of better lighting. Let's see if we can get that. Yeah, styling in the car, styling in the minivan, or the caravan. I don't know what this car is. Totally stoked about the new Ghostbusters. So excited that they're all women, obviously. That's one of like sort of the major like exciting things about it. Ghostbusters is a very important movie to me. I really think it's like one of the best movies ever made. Don't judge me, because it really is. If you don't think it is, then you have no sense of humor and no soul. So, sorry. A-okay. Right, because it's like actually still a really great movie. It like holds up so well. So the things about Ghostbusters I love is there's the humor part. So all the characters are so lovable, so cartoony. And it takes place in sort of this like fantasy 80s New York, right? And so this is happening, and then there's sort of all this weird puppetry happening with the ghosts. Like, the ghosts themselves are, like, goofy and funny, but sort of in that way that 80s film was, because everything had to be handmade. It's so kind of creepy. Like, Slimer, like, I loved Slimer as a kid, but now, like, he made me nervous, and I think that's why I liked him. So there's that part. So it's, like, humor, how the ghosts were made, sort of how the paranormal was, I guess, shown to us. What is talking? And also the fact that sort of visually, so there's all this like goofy, funny ghost stuff, and then it's all leading up to this like insane climax of demon shit that just happens. And like, you know, it's like reaching the final boss, and it's so much scary. Like, you have to like, you know, beat up all the mushrooms to get to the boss, and the boss is like a fiery hell pit scorpion or something. That is what this is like. And when you see sort of like, it's their only time where they really see into like another world, like sort of this like paranormal alternate dimension thing, and they meet this sort of like godlike demon thing, I don't know, and it's like a sexy rock star demon in like this like geometric crystal castle with like dog guardian. Like, it's fucking crazy. Like, go back and watch it. I think it's on Netflix. I think they're both of them are on Netflix, because there's like a sequel, but it's not as good. Anyway, at least watch the first one, and they'll just like, it's like so beautiful. It's like a rock opera music video. It's crazy. So it has all this, and it still kind of fits together well. But yes, but then there's also like, when I was a kid watching it, there was that really sexual part where the ghost is like undoing sort of the not cute one, but like the really endearing character. What is his name? Yeah, so there's that part where it's like the ghost hands and you don't see the ghost, so it's just like the belt coming off of him, and he's like, ugh, and he's like on the bed because and then it's sort of implied, and you don't know this when you're like little watching it, like I didn't know it, but now I'm like, that he was getting blown by a ghost! Ghost blowjob! Like, oh my god, like I can't even handle it. Anyway, so right, ghost blowjob happens in this movie. And so, like, what is the female equivalent of that? Eating ghost? Like, that is what it is. So, I mean, it's just like the scene, like, I'm like blushing. I'm like blushing. Anyway, because I'm so excited. Because this is, like, important for cinema. It's the first time a ghost has gone down on a woman on screen. Has this happened in any other movie where a ghost, you know, eats out a lady? Can we say eat out on Tumblr, on YouTube? I don't know. But, so I'm interested to see what they're gonna do, because I feel like that is obviously the counter example of the ghost blowjob, is the ghost. What is like a blowjob for like a woman? I don't know. Anyway, that's not what this video is about. So speaking of sexy, so this last week I've been driving my mom around a lot. That is not what is sexy. And so I dropped her off at her job, and so I was kind of like just driving around, and I needed a snack, so there's like a coffee stand on the road by like a 7-Eleven, so I was like, okay, good idea. So I got in the car, and I got in the little line with like all the people, because it's like a little drive-through window, because it's like literally a tiny house with like a barista in it, and it was called like Breeze Beans or something like that. So I got in the line for Breeze Beans, and like I'm really excited. It's been like, I was like so tired. I think I was like up pretty late the night before working on something. And so I come up to the window, and I'm kind of like leaning down, and I look up, and in the window it's like an ass. It's just an ass in the window. And I'm like, what? That? And then the ass turns around, and it's like a woman, but she's like pretty much in the nude, like not nude, but you know, she's just like in a thong, and I didn't even like look long enough to know if she had like a bra on. Like, I don't know, like my brain was just like, I'm like freaked out. And it's like, so she turned around and she like looked at me, and she's like, huh? And then I was just like, And this is the moment where I realized I had totally forgotten that this is like a thing in Washington State. Is Bikini Baristas, and Bikini Baristas are sort of like women who work in little coffee shacks, but they're normally in their bikinis and lingerie and stuff like that, because it's like sexy. And a lot of truckers will like go through these, and I guess part of it is that you get your coffee and get to talk with a pretty lady. And she was really pretty, but I just was not expecting so much. So much was happening. And I also immediately like didn't know how to navigate the situation, because on the one hand, and you could tell like we were both like, and I didn't want to like look at her too much, because I felt like maybe she thought, like, it made me feel weird that she may think that I was coming through the drive-thru to like look at her ass, which I obviously did, because you can't like look around, you can't not. Also, she's slightly elevated, so I'm at ass level. I can't. Anyway, it was a lovely ass. It was fine. I was just caught off guard. And so we had this like weird exchange, and I felt a little weird because I just really wanted the coffee, and I felt really like schlubby. Like I felt like I should be more dressed up if she's so dressed up but dressed down. And I had Twizzlers in my pocket. I didn't know what to do. And so I just got my coffee and left. But I think we were both just like, because she also wasn't expecting another woman. And I feel like you reprogram yourself for different social situations. And we were both just like reprogramming ourselves to like come to this moment. Because I think she could tell that I hadn't gotten into the line to sort of take part in this. It's kind of like strip clubby in a weird way. But I know it's probably more like fantasy, like for these dudes who are like on the road for a really long, it's like a very different, I'm not even sure what it is. I'm sorry, I just like had a little brain thing where my brain stopped and was like, see, I just said it. Have you been saying like a lot? So I'm gonna have the exact same problem when I go back to edit this. I can just already feel it, and I'm gonna be really embarrassed. Yeah. So yeah, I'm actually going to cut it off right here. Thanks so much to the people who have followed my channel. I see you. I know most of you from Twitter or the world or friends or something like that. So I really appreciate it. I'm so excited. If you guys are making videos too, just like let me know. If you have any tactics for honing on particular parts of speech to make yourself feel more confident, that would be great. Oh my god, did you guys see my awesome new manicure? I accidentally got a gel manicure today because I always feel like I'm always having communication issues with the people in the manicure studios, and they're like, do you want shellac? And I was like, I just want you to paint my nails. And they're like, do you want shellac? And I was like, yeah, I want shellac. I don't know, give me shellac. And then they just suddenly painted my nails and started baking them. So gel nails, they look great. They're like little tips. And I'm also wearing my mom's confirmation ring, which is beautiful, and it's a rose, and I really wish I could keep it myself, because if you don't know, I am the rose queen, and I love roses. Yeah, so I will say goodbye. So excited. I'm realizing that I can pretty much talk about something every single day, and I feel like that might be better to sort of have each vlog be one topic, so I'm not like, this thing, and feel like I have to smash everything in. It's just, I haven't had time to sit down and make a vlog just because I've been on the road so much, helping my mom out here in Washington. So yeah, I will talk to you guys soon. We will talk again. I don't know what we'll talk about. Maybe we'll talk about Tsum Tsums, because I just bought a bunch of them. And tell me about your feelings about the new Ghostbusters movie. Peace.